if you're eating way too much food, whether it come from good food, whether it come from bad food, you are going to put on body fat. That's just that. Like, I don't know what else to say to you guys. That's better. So today, I'm bored. It's Sunday. I'm in my bedroom. I'm wearing a hoodie, so I look like Darth Vader. And I thought I might as well answer some health and fitness questions that I've been having this week. And if you guys actually want to ask any too, make sure to pop in the comment so I know. Hey Cal, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Yeah, so pretty much it's a boring Sunday. I've had a bit of a sleep in. I want to skip cardio at the moment. I know, right, Chris? Looking pretty swifty early in the morning. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions in the meantime, I'm going to answer some that I've had during the week. But if you just want to answer any in the meantime too, make sure to post and ask, because I don't want this to be some boring ass thing where I'm like, and this is how you do this, and this is how you do this, and this is how you do this. So keep it entertaining. Ask me some questions. Hey Peter, hey Khan, what's going on? So yeah, like I said, if you guys have any fitness questions, I kind of want to answer them today because I'm pretty bored. So the first one I want to start off with is, because I've been talking about intermittent fasting lately, and a lot of people have been asking me about it. At the start of October, we did a full 24-hour fast, right? And one of my clients, Sam, he's like, man, I really enjoyed it. Like, you know, how often can I do it? I really thought it was really beneficial. Can I only do it once a month, or can I do it longer? And when it comes to doing a full 24-hour fast, you can pretty much do it like a fair bit of the time. Like, there's no hard and fast rule about when you shouldn't do a 24-hour fast. It kind of weighs out to, like, you know, muscle mass, what your goals are, fat loss, things like that. So if you want to do like one 24-hour fast a week, that's fine. If you want to do one 24-hour fast every 3 to 4 days, like if it really benefits you, you can do that too. But what you want to think about too is how it's going to affect you. So let's say if you do a full 24-hour fast on, let's say, a Monday, and then Tuesday you go and have a workout and it's really crap, but it's the first time you've done a 24-hour fast, so you can expect that. But if you keep doing that and you keep having shitty workouts every time, you probably don't want to do as many 24-hour fasts in a week, right? So you might only just start with once a week. So, like, you know, every single Monday, whether you had a crappy weekend or not, you say, I'm going to do one full 24-hour fast, and I'm kind of just going to kickstart it from there. At least that way, kind of set you off on the right track. So you just set a day once a week to start off with if you want to do a full 24-hour fast, and kind of just go from there. I can invite you guys to something. Hey Edgar, hey Cody. I don't know what I can invite you. Let's have a look. What's my opinion on cross-correlation of intermittent fasting and thyroid function in relation to insulin sensitivity? Really good question, Khan, and I'm not going to be able to give you a full scientific explanation, but let me go over what I can at the moment. Hang on, I just want to make sure I can still see that. What's my opinion on the cross-correlation of intermittent fasting and thyroid function in relation to insulin sensitivity? So, in relation to insulin sensitivity, the studies that I've actually seen, Khan, is that you can increase your insulin sensitivity from longer periods of fasting, but there is a point of diminishing returns too, right? So after you actually stop consuming more and more carbs, you do become more insulin resistant, which is a problem. So we don't want to be completely stopping that. You know, like, that's the biggest thing. I think when people think fasting, they also think about, I'm going to completely cut out carbs and stuff too, and this is where you're talking about, Khan, because also coming back to hormone regulation and things like that with fasting too, that's where it kind of gets a little bit messy. I don't want to kind of jump into there because I actually don't know in regards to that type of thing. So, like, you know, if someone came to me and they're like, Tyson, my hormones are out of whack, or, you know, I've got low testosterone like I did, that's actually why I had to stop intermittent fasting, because when your body's still trying to repair itself and then you're actually going for long periods of time without food, it's just putting more and more stress onto your body. I'd love to hear what you know about that, Khan. If you've talked to doctors, I think you've said you've been working with doctors about it before, so I would actually love to hear what you've figured out with that, or how you approach intermittent fasting, because it all relates in how long you're going to be doing intermittent fasting for too. So because intermittent fasting covers a broad range of things, it's not just like doing 16 hours a day and 8 hours of eating like I do. It can be 24 hours, it can be alternate day fasting. Like, it's kind of like an umbrella spectrum when you talk about what intermittent fasting actually is. But yeah, really want to talk to you about that one, Khan. You should send me a message because I'd love to be able to go over it more with you. The second question is, so people who don't make progress all the time in the gym, people who have been training for, whether it be 8 months, 12 months, years on end, and you're always looking to try and better yourself each time in the gym, right? You always want to make sure you're looking to try and do some type of progressive overload, whether that be increasing the amount of weight, increasing the amount of repetitions. You could be shortening the rest time. There's all these different ways you can actually be trying to progress in the gym, but you're not always going to be able to do that, okay? This is like the optimal state, right? We talk about if you're sleeping good, if your working isn't stressful, if you've got a normal life, then you're going to be able to make progress in the gym probably all the time you come in. But if you can't because there's shit going on, because life gets stressful, because you had a shitty night's sleep, because all those things come up, well then don't be stressed about if you can't always be making progress in the gym. The main thing is you're actually getting in there and doing something and trying to progress, not just going in there doing the exact same thing every single time. I'm going to come in and do 30 minutes of cardio today. I'm going to come in and do 30 minutes of cardio tomorrow. I'm going to come in and do 60 kilos of the bench press today. I'm going to come in and do 60 kilos of bench press. If you're not pushing yourself, that's where the problem comes. But you're not always going to be able to make progress either. It's about the mentality of saying, okay, I'm going to come into the gym to try and make progress. It's not about, I'm going to do the exact same fucking thing. Because if you do the exact same fucking thing, you're not going to get any positive results in the end run, and you're going to stay exactly how you are. So you've always got to be looked to making progress in the gym, but that's not going to relate to actually making progress. And that's what you guys just need to think about. There are two different things there. There's trying to make progress, and there's actually making progress. You can determine one result, which is trying to make progress, but you can't determine whether you're actually going to do it or not, because like I said, lifestyle factors, stressful work, all of those things come into play, so you can't determine that. But if you're in the gym each time trying to make that progress, that is the main thing. I also really appreciate you being the first one to ask a question on this too, because like I know you guys are watching, some people are just lurking around, like I can see Shian and Oliver and everyone coming on and having a quick squiz. But if you guys do have health and fitness questions, like you might as well ask them, because if you're thinking it, someone else is thinking it too. And if you ask and I answer it, I'm also helping you and I'm helping somebody else too. So just think about that. If you do have a question, feel free to pop it down. Even if I don't know it, I'm going to tell you, hey, I don't know it, this is what you should do, or this is what happens, because I don't know fucking everything, and that's why I'm always trying to do these things too. Like I'm always trying to, because the question that Khan asked me before, this has actually got me curious about learning more and more about what I'm so passionate about, which is intermittent fasting. Okay, so next question I want to ask you guys, I've been asked, is what do you eat before a workout? Should you have oatmeal? Should you have banana? Should you have a protein shake? Can you work out on an empty stomach? What should you do? To be honest with you guys, it's whatever's gonna feel best for you, alright? So I'm a big advocate of intermittent fasting, of course, and so I would say work out on an empty stomach. So you're increasing your fat burning. You are able to, like a lot of people, they can't run with a lot of food in their stomach. So why not go for a morning workout or do something on an empty stomach? If though you drop blood sugar, if you start to feel nauseous and stuff in the gym, then you probably do need to have something small. Like one of my clients, Rob, he's got to have a banana before he comes in. Otherwise he gets nauseous. Otherwise he just gets low blood sugar and he can't have a good workout. And that's just what he is. But he can't have a super big meal either. He's got to have something in between, which is why he has a banana. For me, I love working out on an empty stomach. I want to go in there and run on an empty stomach. I want to lift weights on an empty stomach. If I go to do chin-ups and I've got food in my belly, I'm like, fuck, I do not want to do this right now. And I'm like, okay, trying to like psych myself up and like, yeah, okay, Justin, I got this. I just feel so fucking heavy, right? So you've got to think about that too. You've got to see what works for you. Whether you want to train with a little bit of food in your stomach, whether you want to train with a lot of food in your stomach, or whether you want to train on an empty stomach, you've got to see what works for you at the end of the day, because there's no one all fits all. But like I always say, if at the end of the day, do cardio on an empty stomach, you're going to increase your fat burning, do about 30 minutes of low intensity exercise, and your body can adapt too. So you might be someone who used to be able to eat a lot of food, but then you slowly minimize it over time, and you can go from there. But at the end of the day, you're going to be able to push more weight, you're going to be able to use your high intensity exercise better when you have some type of carbohydrate in your stomach. And it's got to be something simple so your body can digest it quickly. Bananas, you can have something like instant oats, stuff like that, something that your body can just go, boom, I'm going to take that energy, I'm going to use it straight away. You will notice more strength gains, you'll notice more energy output when you're able to train with some type of food in your stomach, okay? So we've gone over 24-hour fasting, we've gone over insulin resistance, which Khan asked me a question on. Hey Brett, hey Rachel, how you doing? We've gone over making progress. You know, your goal should be to actually make progress each time you come on, but it doesn't mean you're actually going to make progress. Eating before a workout. I'm just trying to think what other questions I've been asked this week. Logging. So I'm not sure if a lot of you guys track your food or not when it comes to MyFitnessPal, stuff like that. I like to track my food every single day. Thanks for the like, Luke. I like to track my food every single day using MyFitnessPal, but do not log your MyFitnessPal with like your Fitbit or with your Polar heart rate watch or anything like that, because what's going to happen is it's going to tell you that you can eat more food than you should, and then you're going to get fat. Because you know how I found that out? Did it. When I first started tracking my food, I wore a Fitbit, and I did 10,000 steps, and it's like, you can eat this many more calories. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, I'm going to go and eat all these calories. So I'd go out and go and eat, and guess what happened? I got fat as fuck. And so do not link up your MyFitnessPal to your Fitbit tracker, to any of those things, okay? So just want to give you guys a quick information update about that, because a lot of people make that mistake. And it's also, I just want to say this while I'm doing this Q&A, if you guys have got any questions, make sure to comment down below. When it comes to doing exercise, that's not a reward for you to go and eat like shit. It's not a reward for you to sit around all day, because 1 hour exercise isn't actually a lot in the long run. Every single day, it's not a lot of stuff you're doing, and you're going to burn way more calories just sitting, just walking around, being active during the day. So if you go and do a high intensity 30-minute class, if you go and do like a pump class or a cycle class or weight training, doesn't mean you can sit on your ass for the rest of the day and justify yourself saying, you know what, oh yeah, I went and did some weight training. 'Cause unfortunately, it just doesn't work like that. You have to be active all the time. You have to keep your body moving. Now, is it realistic all the time? No, but you can't say, I went and had a training session and now I can sit around and do nothing, because it doesn't balance out like that. You are going to burn less calories when you do that, because you've just moved and now you're sitting around all day. So it's just a little quick piece of advice. Yeah, I guess I haven't really done this in a while, so might make it a little bit of a common thing that I can do. Maybe once every, like, you know, once a week I'll do a Sunday Q&A. So if you guys ever have questions, you come and ask me, pop on, and we can go from there, I guess. That was the 4 questions I really had for this week. Oh, clean eating. That's the question I missed. What about clean eating? Does clean eating mean you're not going to gain weight? You know, are you going to gain less fat if you clean eat? Absolutely not. What matters most is calories, okay? A lot of you guys know that. Whether it be like, you know, calories coming from Big Macs, calories coming from healthy fats. Yes, the nutrients are different, and yes, you should be getting your calories from healthy fats as opposed to Big Macs, but that does not determine whether you're going to gain fat or not gain fat when you actually put on weight, okay? If you're eating way too much food, whether it comes from good food, whether it comes from bad food, you are going to put on body fat. That's just that. Like, I don't know what else to say to you guys. Like, that's just what the studies show us. And as much as that sucks, because so many of us eat clean, eat healthy all the time, and then there are those people who eat like shit, but they still stay lean, it's just because of that reason. So you can eat clean foods, you can try and put on muscle if you want, and if you're going to, like, you have to eat more calories than you burn, but still, at the end of the day, whether that food comes from unhealthy food, which you should not be having anyways, like 80%, 80-20 rule, you know, like I say, 80% of your rule, 80% of your food come from good, healthy, nutritious food, 20% go and enjoy yourself. But whether those calories are coming from good food or coming from bad food, if you eat too much and you're a fat ass, you're going to gain weight. It's just like, it's just what it is, and it sucks, right? Because you're just like, oh, well, I'm trying to do all these nice and healthy things, but I'm not achieving the goals I want, and it's just because, unfortunately, clean eating doesn't work like that. So still do it, because it's much, much more beneficial for your body, and you get so much more benefits out of it. You feel better, you look healthier, you have more energy, your skin's better, you're clear, and like, you've got all those things too. But when it comes to fat gain, weight loss, it's a very, very calories in, calories out balance, okay? So if anyone else has got